Hey, all you movie critics out there, it is me, the Slender Man. I'm kidding, I'm Snowdus HD, and today we're gonna be reviewing the Slender Man movie. Now, when I went to the movies and watched this film, of course, I wore my Slender Man costume because I am a huge Slender Man fan. And I gotta say, the movie was pretty good. I know a lot of people think that the Slender Man movie is trash, but I'm the Slender Man, and I'm in this movie, which makes this movie good, because I'm the Slender Man, and I'm in this movie, and it makes the movie good. It's, come on, me, really? So, without further ado, on with the review! The Slender Man movie is a comedy movie featuring actors such as Bruce Willis, Steve Carell, Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the angry video game nerd James Rolfe, and Tom Kenny SpongeBob. The movie starts off with RJ the raccoon scavenging for food. He then walks into the cave of Vincent the bear. Pretty simple, right? Well, RY finds a huge wagon full of human food in the cave, and the little rascal he is, he wants to steal the wagon full of food. RJ accidentally wakes up Vincent the bear from his hibernation and he tries to escape, but the wagon gets fucked up by the large truck. Vincent is very angry, and he tells Bruce Willis to travel to the castle to find Fiona from the Shrek movie and to find the last copies of the E.T. for the Atari buried in the desert before the next full moon. In a week! Or else Vincent will kill RJ. RJ agrees with the task, and the Slender Man movie fully starts. RJ heads to the recently built Bikini Bottom housing in Charleston, Indiana. Separated from Shrek's swamp, where Slender Man stalks his prey, glade by a large hedge. He discovers a pack of humans and a gigantic mutated wolf, a gigantic mutated crocodile, and a gigantic mutated gorilla, led by the one and only Nerg the Turtle. The others include Shrek and Donkey, The Rock and his pal George, Steve Carell, and the angry video game nerd. RJ and the gang are scared because of the big hedge that they all find together. Then Bruce Willis shows the gang that there was a military battle here in Bikini Bottom because Plankton attacked the Krusty Krab in an attempt to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula. So the gang and RJ make bold attempts to steal food directly from the humans, while Bruce Willis secretly guides them to help collect the food he needs to replace Vincent's stash. But the gang doesn't know that! One night, when the gang and RJ raided the trash cans of a homeowners association chairwoman, Vin Diesel, she freaks out and calls the mutated animal exterminator, the one and only Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob. During this time, Fiona takes shelter in a windmill for the evening. Donkey hears strange noises from within and investigates and finds out that Fiona transformed into Slender Man. The Slender Man! That's me right now! Donkey has no clue what's going to happen to him. He might get static face. He might get killed by the Slender Man Fiona. Me! Gang and Andre the Giant all steal food and now have all the food they need to hibernate. But then Nerg, the fat fucking turtle, decides to bury the E.T. for the Atari copies back into the damn desert where they belong. What's wrong with you, Nerg? RJ is pissed because he needs to get the E.T. Atari games for Vincent before the next full moon in a week. Of course RJ didn't tell Nerg that because Nerg's tail is always tingly whenever the Slender Man gets near. So then Nerg and Bruce Willis launch the fucking wagon full of goodies and full of E.T. for the Atari copies that Vincent needs into the air, and it falls down and crashes onto Vin Diesel's car. No more car for him! But then, just when you thought anything could get worse, The Rock's friend George, who is a rare albino gorilla, dressed up like a cat to distract Garfield the tabby cat so the gang can get back their food, while the angry video game nerd song plays as another distraction in the background. This part of the movie is probably one of my favorite parts. Donkey tells Shrek that she was talking about someone else and urges Shrek to go after Fiona before she is married to the one and only Mark Zuckerberg. Shrek and Donkey get dropped off to the wedding by guest appearance Amy Schumer. Shrek then runs down to the aisle to stop the wedding. Shrek wants to talk to Fiona, but she denies it cause Shrek is out of her league. Rest in peace, Shrek. Shrek then says Mark Zuckerberg is only marrying her only to be the ruler of Bikini Bottom. The sun rises in the background, only for Fiona to turn into the one and only Thanos from that superhero movie from Marvel. But then Shrek and Thanos get taken away by the knights, only for the return of Amy Schumer to burst through the window and gobble up Mark Zuckerberg whole. Yucky! Then Shrek and Thanos get married and have a party where Eddie Murphy sings Africa by Toto, and everyone lived happily ever after in the Slender Man movie. So that's a nice quick explanation of the Slender Man movie, and my god, the Slender Man movie was great. Phenomenal. There was a lot of scary parts in the film and action-packed parts too. And some of the parts are kind of slow, but when it gets to the fast-paced parts in the movie, I was on the edge of my seat in excitement, just waiting for the next jump scare to happen. The part I didn't like was when I, Slender Man, had to buy $12,000 worth of stock footage of an overweight Asian woman measuring her stomach and riding a bike. $12,000 worth of stock footage of that. Like, come on, me, Slender Man? I don't buy that shit. But, you know what? It was a good movie, and I'm glad I watched it while at the theater in my Slender Man costume, because I felt like I was in the movie, because I was Slender Man. Me, Slender Man. I'm kidding, I'm Snowdust. Don't forget that. Sadly, I didn't break my arm after watching the movie, like how Boogie2988 did while he was watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, but it was still an epic movie. My final review of this movie is...
I'm loving it.